Hello students. In the previous class I discussed about what is fiscal policy, what are its types, what are the effects and what happens in like expansionary and contractionary fiscal policy. Today we'll be going one step forward and today I'll be telling you what is budget. We discussed in the previous class budget is like it's a annual financial statement telling about government's income and expenditure. If I talk about government's budget, it's divided into two accounts, revenue account and capital account. So you see this, money will be entering revenue account, money will be leaving revenue account. Similarly, money will be entering capital account and money will be leaving from capital account. When money enters revenue account, it is called revenue receipt, and when money leaves revenue account, it is called revenue expenditure. When money enters capital account, it's capital receipts, and when money leaves capital account, it is called capital expenditure. So government expenditure can be classified into two, capital expenditure and revenue expenditure. Now don't get confused that how can revenue be expenditure. Generally we say that revenue is how much the company is earning. So if it is revenue, how it can be expenditure? Don't get confused because it is just a terminology. As the account is called revenue account, therefore expenditure made from the revenue account is called revenue expenditure. So we got two types of expenditures, revenue expenditure and capital expenditure, and we got two types of receipts, revenue receipts and capital receipts. If I talk about revenue receipts are of two types. The two types of revenue receipts are tax revenue receipts and non-tax revenue receipts. And if I talk about capital receipts, they are also of two types, debt creating capital receipts and non-debt creating capital receipts. This is just a classification. Now how do I find out which expenditure comes under revenue expenditure, which expenditure comes under capital expenditure, or what's the definition for these all type of four parameters like revenue expenditure, capital expenditure, revenue receipts, capital receipts? How do I differentiate them? First we will go with capital expenditure. Capital expenditure, it either creates assets or it reduces liability. Alright, either creates assets or reduces liability. If I go with revenue expenditure, it is negative of this. That is, it neither creates assets nor reduces liabilities. I'll give you an example. So if India gives a loan to Nepal, India will be earning interest on that. So when India gives loan to Nepal, that loan will be coming under capital expenditure, right? And the interest which India will be getting, I'll be coming to the interest later on. Then what we got is capital receipts. Capital receipt is which either creates liabilities or reduces assets. And then last comes revenue receipts, which is negative of this. Revenue receipts is which neither creates liabilities nor reduces assets. Now let me explain all these four aggregates to you with the help of this example. So suppose in 2020, USA gives India a loan of $10 lakh at 10% rate of interest for 3 years. So for the year 2020, this $10 lakh, it is creating a liability for India. So therefore, first of all, money is entering India. It will be coming under receipts. Now, which receipts, capital receipts or revenue receipts? That totally depends upon whether this receipt is creating a liability or not. So as India is taking a loan, this loan is creating a liability on India. Hence, it will be coming under capital receipts. And which capital receipts? It will be debt creating capital receipts. Now, in international level, we take a loan, and when we repay the interest plus principal, we repay the interest over a period of time. So on this $10 lakh, we will be repaying or we will be returning to US $1 lakh of interest every year. When we return this $1 lakh interest every year, it's not reducing my liability. So first of all, as money is leaving India, it is expenditure. But which expenditure, capital expenditure or revenue expenditure, it totally depends whether my liability is getting reduced or not. So when we return interest, that time my liability is not getting reduced. So hence it is revenue expenditure. But if I talk about third year when we will be repaying the principal, that time when we return $10 lakh, my liability is totally gone. My liability is being reduced. Hence it will be coming under capital expenditure. Now I'll give you one more example where India is giving a loan to Nepal for 3 years. So India gives a loan to Nepal of $10 lakh for 3 years at 10% rate of interest. So now as India is giving a loan to Nepal, it is an expenditure for India, and this expenditure is creating an asset because we will be earning interest on this. So loans given will be coming under capital expenditure. Similarly, when India took loan from US, it would be coming under capital receipts. Now, India will be earning $1 lakh interest from Nepal every year. So as money is entering India, it will be called receipt. Now point is whether these receipts are creating liability on us or not. No, we're just getting interest on the loan which we gave, and the money is coming back. We don't have to return it. So as money is entering, it will be called receipt, and as it is not creating any liability for us, hence it will be called revenue receipts. Now when we get that after third year, when we get the principal back, the $10 lakh when we get back, it is a receipt for India because India is getting money. It is a receipt. But point is which receipt? Capital receipt or revenue receipt? Thing is, in this case, till the point that $10 lakh was with Nepal, we were earning $1 lakh every year as interest. Now when Nepal is returning that $10 lakh back to us, isn't our asset gone? We won't be earning any more. So hence it will be coming under capital receipts. Now if you remember, when India took loan from US, it was also capital receipts. And when Nepal is returning money back to India, it is also capital receipts. But when India took loan from US, a liability was being created. We had to return that loan. So hence that was debt creating capital receipts. And when India is getting money back from Nepal, which is basically called loans recovered, it will be coming under non-debt creating capital receipts. I'll give you one more example. Now, suppose USA it gives India $10 lakh and says it won't be asking India to return it back. India doesn't have to return it. This is called a grant. So a grant is different from loan. Loan is to be returned with interest, but a grant is not to be returned. Loan is also called line of credit. So if USA gives India a $10 lakh grant, money is entering India, hence it will be a receipt for us. But as this $10 lakh is not to be returned, it is not creating a liability. Hence, grants, they come under revenue receipts. Similarly, if India gives a grant to Nepal, or central government, it gives a grant to Kerala government or Tamil Nadu government, then for central government, it is an expenditure. But point is, this expenditure is not creating any asset. Hence, it will be just coming under revenue expenditure. I hope you have understood the difference between capital receipts, revenue receipts, capital expenditure and revenue expenditure, difference between loans and grants. I'll be coming with more videos like this. Keep watching, keep learning. Bye-bye.